Hello there, what's up? Cremando here. Welcome to my Survivor Series 2016 review. And I'm probably, unlike most people, where I actually enjoyed the main event. I couldn't believe it. It was shocking, it was surprising, unpredictable. I didn't see that coming. Goldberg beating fucking Lesnar in less than a minute and a half with fucking two spears and a jackhammer. Did not see that coming at all. And it's kind of ironic in a way because Paul Heyman in interviews leading up to this thing was saying that it's likely that Lesnar was going to beat Goldberg in less than 2 minutes or something, and I was like, I don't see something like that happening, and then this happens. I th- I th- I did not see that coming at all, and I enjoyed it. I've just been looking online and on Twitter and stuff. People not very happy about it, but I was okay with it. I thought it was all right, but let's get on to the rest of the show. Oh, and also before we get into it, apparently the reason for Goldberg getting this dominant match or what have you is that he's been signed on to appear in the Royal Rumble match, so that's pretty cool. If that'll lead up to a WrestleMania match or what have you, I don't know. Um, it's cool. It's different. I just didn't expect that at all. But as for the rest of the show, it wasn't all that great, to be honest. It had its moments, it did have its moments, but I felt like for the most part that they were dragging it on. It was really dragging on. As I see the time here, I can't believe it was 52 minutes 55 seconds for the bloody men's 5-on-5 thing. I didn't realize it was that long, but I felt like for most of the matches that it was just they were dragging it on, trying to make it last the bloody 4 hours. But I actually stopped over a half hour early, which is great. And I'm being serious. That is great. The less, the better, because there's no need for the amount that they had. Um, that bloody 2 hour pre-show and shit. But let's get on to the matches anyway. They actually announced two matches during the pre-show. Um, the almighty six-man Cruiserweight tag match, yay, and Kane versus Luke Harper. The first one was the six-man thing, 11 minutes 50. Noam Dar, Rich Swann, and TJ Perkins defeating Ari Daivari, Drew Gulak, and Tony Nese. Nothing to say about it really. I don't even remember anything that happened from it, to be honest. I don't think there was anything really memorable about it at all. Just the same old shit that we've seen in the last 17 of these matches. Swan hit his standing 450 thing, which is kind of cool. And his Frankensteiner. Apart from that, I don't think there's anything really to say about it. Still not getting to see, what made Drew Gulak and all these other guys, special on the Cruiserweight Classic. Still not getting to see it. I don't think it's going to change. Whatever. The best part about this, not just the pre-show, but the entire thing, was Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens on the social media lounge. Best thing of the entire show. Absolutely hilarious. I can't even give it justice. It was absolutely brilliant. Go and watch it. It was amazing, brilliant. That was a highlight. I was in knots while watching that. It was just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But yeah, nothing to say about that thing. Rich Swann in that one. With Graves and Ronaldo hyping the 205 live shit. Quantity over quality. After that, Luke Harper versus Kane, which was an alright match. It was okay. At times I was like, oh, this is shit, but it was okay. It was alright. 9 minutes 10. They were actually going, pretty, like they were trying to keep up, I guess, with the Cruiserweight. That's what Booker T and King said. They were like, oh, they were trying to keep up with the Cruiserweight, which they were. They were doing some alright stuff, like Harper with his suicide dive and his big drop kicks and big boots and DDTs and all that stuff. Eventually, Kane wins with the chokeslam. It was okay. It was alright. Nothing special. And also throughout the whole show, they sort of switched the commentary teams up, which I think is good. Because 4 hours for the same guys, is overkill really. I think it's good that they switch things up a bit. But now on to the main show. Starts with the Women's Survivor Series match. Lasts 70 minutes 30. And also, it was I didn't see this coming, but as they're making all their entrances and what have you, Nikki Bella doesn't come out, and then they go backstage and it's like she's been attacked or what have you, and they don't know who it was. And Natalia says that she'll take her place, or she takes her place. Some people maybe are saying that maybe it was Natalia, and that'll be like the revelation. And then them two will feud or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I don't know. This is kind of an odd match, really. I just it had its moments, but there's also kind of a few botches and a few mess ups. Um, the same it was the same thing for a lot of the matches. They had their moments and they had some good stuff, but it just felt like it was dragging on and what have you. Especially the bloody men's match. It was ridiculous. I can't believe that's 52 fucking minutes. I can't believe that. It's ridiculous. But yeah, it had its moments. Sasha Banks got eliminated really early, which I found surprising. I didn't. When she went out, I was like, really? That's it? I thought that was kind of shit, to be honest. And it amazes me that Alicia Fox has been fucking wrestling for so long and she still can't hit that fucking scissors kick properly. It's fucking pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Yeah, she's got a fucking amazing Northern Lights suplex, but that fucking scissors kick is pathetic. But yeah, nothing really more to say. Eventually, fucking Becky and Alexa were like arguing and what have you, and then Nia comes and like takes him out. Nothing else really to say, but eventually sorry. Nia gets eliminated by a shit looking disarmer from Becky. Like, it didn't even look like it was on or there was any pressure or anything. I was like, really? That was it? I thought that was shit. Eventually, bloody Bailey and Bailey and Becky are fighting, and it's Charlotte's also there too. Bailey and Charlotte were the last two, and Bailey just hit a Bailey, and won. It was just disappointing. That was my whole thing with this. I was expecting so much more from these matches, and it didn't really deliver. And after the match, they're bloody celebrating Charlotte and Bailey, and then Charlotte, starts beating the shit out of her. Which, was alright. I thought that was a good way to go with it. Makes sense. Some people are saying, Charlotte will become like a 5-time women's champion now due to this feud. I wouldn't be surprised. After that, there was a funny backstage thing with James Ellsworth and the bloody Gallows and Anderson, Foley. And then Strowman turns up and is like, don't I know you? And then Ellsworth ran away. It was a good segment. After that, Miz and Zayn, 40 minutes, 5 seconds. Again, I enjoyed the Ziggler-Miz match on SmackDown way more. I thought that match was amazing. Spoke about that in the predictions. I thought that was a really good match. Nothing special. It was okay. Like, it had its moments, hitting all their moves and what have you. Miz doing the Daniel Bryan stuff. He didn't do the knee. That was one move I did enjoy from SmackDown, but he didn't do it here. How did it end again? Sami gets him in the figure 4 on Miz, and it looks like Miz might tap out or what have you, and then the bell starts ringing all of a sudden, but he didn't tap. And Maurice is ring-a-dinging it, and Sami's like celebrating, thinking he's won. And then after this, Miz rolls up Sami for the win. I was really happy. I was like, yes, because I really didn't want them to put the title on Raw. That would have been fucking stupid. I was really happy with that, and I like a good screwy ending like that. It's good. Some people complain about it, but then they love the Attitude Era. Okay. I thought that was good. I did like the ending of that. There was a backstage thing with AJ, Shane, and bloody Dean Ambrose. They were sort of fighting and what have you, but nothing really to say about that. Then we got on to the 10 on 10 tag Survivor Series thing. 80 minutes 55. Enzo and Cass bloody doing their stuff. They were getting some like pops and what have you, but I don't really get the reference. Apparently it's a Drake lyric or something, quoting some Drake lyrics, it says here. I don't know. I don't know what that means. That means nothing to me. And New Day was out and they were doing their stuff. Gotta love a New Day. Something that pissed me off was Breezango got eliminated first and so quickly. Like, I fucking love Breezango. and they just got eliminated really quickly. They were handing out their bloody police ticket things, and then they got the bloody midnight hour from New Day. Um, I was kind of pissed off at that. But it was okay. This one was alright, but again, I wouldn't say there's so much botches, but moments that weren't just quite done right. But you know, there was some cool stuff with lots of diving out the ring and what have you, and Gable and Jordan doing their shit. Like they did like this double team move where he had him like in the electric chair, and then Gable jumped off the top rope for like a bulldog. Thought that was pretty sweet. Um, Eventually, it comes down to I thought it was just Slater and Rhino was left, and then when they got eliminated, I was like, what the fuck? Raw's winning again? But then the Usos hadn't been eliminated at this point. I was like, oh, okay, where the hell did they come from? I didn't even know where they were. I thought they were eliminated. But yeah, it actually got quite good when it came to the last two. It was sort of the same for the men's one as well. Once it got down to the last couple guys or what have you, it actually became a good match, especially the tag one. It was really good. Once it just got down to Cesaro and Sheamus and the Usos, they were pulling out all the bloody moves and doing all the shit. It was really good. I quite enjoyed it. Eventually it comes down to Jay with that tequila sunrise submission thing. Cesaro reverses it and gets him in the sharpshooter, and then it looks like Jimmy's away to hit the super kick. Well, it doesn't look like it. He was in the process of doing it, and then broke, and then Cesaro pulls it back, and Jay taps out. It was alright, but I was kind of wanting SmackDown to win. But like I said, it was really good at the end. And after this, you know, Sheamus and Cesaro they like go for the handshake, but then Sheamus does that thing. And then they're doing like their celebration thing where Cesaro gets a cheer and Sheamus gets booed. And after this, there's a thing with Foley and McMahon, Stephanie, saying that they're going to make a match for Sheamus and Cesaro versus a New Day for the titles, blah 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 blah. Then we go on to the Cruiserweight match, Kalisto versus Brian Kendrick. Now they aired this promo for it. They did it on the pre-show as well. It was an awesome promo. I thought it was really good with Brian Kendrick speaking. Just like, I thought the whole thing was great. I really did. I think it was really good. And this match ended bloody by disqualification. Oddly enough, 12 minutes 25. So Kendrick retains. Thank God. I didn't want the Cruiserweights on SmackDown. They've got enough. They struggle as it is to use the talent they have. Why would you want an entire division there as well? Makes no sense. But this was an okay match. It was alright. Again, nothing really memorable apart from the ending where bloody Baron Corbin comes out of nowhere and attacks Kendrick, and then bloody nails Kalisto, jump at him and hit the end of days. But yeah, they did have some cool moments, like, oh yeah, the bloody the Spanish Fly, I think it's called, where it's like the Uranagi with the backflip off the fucking apron to the outside. That was nasty. That looked really, really nasty. But another cool moment was the captain's hook from the top rope, where Kalisto landed like pretty much head fucking first on the mat. That was nasty. But yeah, it was an okay match. Just again, it felt slow and as though they were dragging it out, which is just stupid in my opinion. They didn't need to do that. The show didn't even need to be. Didn't have to make it a 4-hour thing and start it early and have like your 17-hour pre-show. Didn't need it. But yeah, after this there was a thing with Corbin and Daniel Bryan backstage, and it was just a stupid segment. It was just pish, just utter pish. They really need to let Corbin be more of himself, and Daniel Bryan was just like, oh well, I'll deal with you on Tuesday. Blah, 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 blah. If they let them be themselves, it would be better. But it was a shit thing. Then after this we get on to the bloody the men's match. Again, I feel like I'm saying the same thing, but it had its moments, but then there was times where it was really sort of slow and and as if so they were dragging it out. But there was some cool moments. There really was. And James Ellsworth was introduced first, and the crowd was doing like the Ellsworth to the chants, like the Goldberg style, which I thought was pretty cool. But yeah, it was good. It had its moments. Probably too many moments to list. But I thought it was cool how bloody Braun got eliminated. I was surprised as well, but the way it was done, I thought was good. He was coming back after getting elbow drop from Shane through the announce table, that was an awesome moment. He was coming back from that, and it was like 9 count, and then he's trying to get in the ring, and he doesn't get in. Like he was struggling again or what have you. Well, I didn't really think he was struggling. I just thought he didn't make it in time. But then you see something grabbing at his feet, and then he pulls it out, and it's fucking James Ellsworth. I thought that was awesome. I loved that. I thought that was really cool. And he chases him up the ramp, and James Ellsworth falls over, obviously. And he starts beating the shit out of him, and then he smashes him. Well, he launches him through this table at the side of the stage, and then away he goes. I was expecting more from Braun, and I thought he was doing good because he actually eliminated Ambrose with the running power slam thing. But yeah, I thought that was all right. As for other moments, bloody Shane McMahon kicked out of a code breaker. I couldn't believe that. Like I was surprised at that. Owens eventually gets disqualified for using the list on I think it was on AJ Styles. Jericho wasn't too happy about that because the list got wrecked and Randy Orton ripped it up. He didn't seem too happy with Kevin Owens, so maybe they're gonna fight or break up or what have you. I hope not, because they're fucking hilarious together. But after that, I don't really remember much about it. Oh yeah, Shane starts going nuts, doing his thing, hitting an epic DDT, and then he goes for the big old coast to coast on Reigns, but Reigns hits a fucking spear midair, which looked fucking brutal, and he did kick out. He did fucking kick out. But then the ref starts checking, which I couldn't believe when he got his shoulder. I was like, what the fuck? But the referee then says that he's been eliminated. I think he's probably got a concussion, legit. You see, there's no way he could have protected his head during that, because he's coming in fucking high and then boom, and you've seen the replays. He had to be concussed and didn't know what he was doing. It was nasty, absolutely nasty. After this, bloody. They go for the Shield powerbomb thing on Orton, and also at this point, bloody Ambrose comes down and starts beating up AJ Styles. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And then there's security and they're taking him away, and then Reigns and Rollins are looking at each other, and then they fucking start beating up the security, and then they do the Shield triple powerbomb and AJ through the announce table. I thought that was really cool. I did. I did think that was cool. I didn't see it coming. People were predicting that, but I was like, I don't think that's gonna happen. But it did, and it was awesome. And then Styles gets eliminated, obviously, by that. At this point, Harper comes out from underneath the ring or something. No idea where it came from. That's the only option I could think of. Then it comes down to Reigns and Orton and Wyatt, because Rollins, I don't know, how did he get eliminated? Oh yeah, he went for a fucking frog splash. I seen it coming. I think Orton's gonna hit an RKO here. He goes for this frog splash on Wyatt. Orton hits the RKO. It was awesome, and he got eliminated. I thought Reigns was maybe gonna bloody win it here. That would have been shit if he did. If Raw had won everything, that would have been bullshit. He goes for the spear anyway at the end, and Orton pushes Wyatt out of the way. Orton gets speared, then Wyatt hits a tittylicious Sister Abigail and wins. That was awesome. I liked that. I thought that was really cool. I did quite enjoy that. But like I said, it was as though they were intentionally dragging it out, and it was the same for a lot of the matches. It's like they were dragging it out. which is bullshit. You shouldn't be doing that like that. I did expect that men's match to be awesome, and it did. You know, it had its moments, but there was a lot of stalling in between. I felt, which kind of ruined the pace of the match and the show, in my opinion. Like, had there been less of that and it had been more action, I think it would have been a lot better. Like if there was just less of the stalling and what have you, it would have been okay. And then then it was the Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg match, and well, as I've already talked about it, it was a really quick match, and I didn't see that coming at all. Like Lesnar starts it off with the like doing his running tackle thing at the corner, what have you. But he doesn't follow up with like shoulder tackles or punches or anything. He just sort of stares at Goldberg, and Goldberg pushes him bloody down, and Lesnar's like shocked, and he starts laughing. I don't even need to look at the recap for this. I know what happened because it was that short. And then he spears him, and the crowd's like going nuts. And then Heyman's like, no, no, and he's like crying and what have you. And Goldberg's going nuts. Hits another spear. Does his taunt thing, picks him up, hits a jackhammer, and won. I couldn't believe it, and the crowd was loving it as well. Like, there was loads of fucking. That's something I noticed. I noticed it at Takeover as well, and maybe at Raw and that. I don't know. I can't really remember, but there are loads of focus on fan reactions, maybe too much. Like almost a lot of moves instantly. There'd be a shot on a kid or a guy or a girl or whatever. It was happening all the time. I think it was maybe a bit overkill, to be honest. But I liked it. I liked it, the Goldberg match. Honestly didn't see that coming at all. I didn't expect to enjoy that because I was getting really bored during the men's match, and that I was just because it was dragging on. And then that happened, and I was interested and wanted to see what was going to happen. And then that happened, and I loved it. I thought it was great. I have no complaints with that at all. And after the match, Goldberg's thinking with his family, and then his son like gets in the ring and has his tits out. Don't know what that was about. And he was like crying or what have you. I don't know. He didn't look too happy. Like some people were saying, oh, I think he was disappointed because it didn't last that long or what have you. I don't know about that, but and it's like I said, it stopped early as well. It would have stopped just before. It would have stopped just over half an hour. Because I had to check through Sky Box Office to try and make out how long it was. It would have been like 26. It would have been like 3 hours 26 minutes in total, which is good because it didn't need to be 4 hours. They were pushing it out. They were just dragging it on. No need for it at all. But yeah, I liked it. And as I said, Goldberg's supposed to be coming back for the Royal Rumble, which could be cool. There's nothing else though. There's nothing else. Oh, Goldberg apologized for ending Bret Hart's career. That was something at a bloody press conference or something. I don't know. And also James Ellsworth's got a full-time contract now. Finn Balor appeared at some ICW event in Scotland, like actually on the pay-per-view thing or something. So people were kind of shocked about that, attacking Drew Galloway with a pipe. But apart from that, there's no more wrestling news. But yeah, I thought that was good, and I'm just happy that it ended earlier than it did because I was getting sick of it. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, that like button. Still yapped a fair bit, 23 minutes, not too bad. I could have yapped more, but I've tried to make these a bit quicker because I felt I've yapped on too much with a lot of them, and I've been considering stopping them as well. But I'm so happy that this one ended quicker because I was expecting it to be a lot later. It's like 5:45 now. After looking at all this stuff online and watching the exclusive videos and what have you, so I might actually get some Twitter stuff done before I get to work today, which is good. I'd like to do that. So I usually end up leaving it till later on. That's it. See you later. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave your comments below. You probably didn't enjoy the Goldberg thing. Like that's what people were saying. They wanted it. They wished it was longer or what have you, and it was worse than their match before. I don't really think their match before was as bad as people really made it out to be. It was, I don't know. Maybe I have to watch it again. I have seen it before, but I don't think it was really as bad as people made it out to be. It still had its moments and what have you. It just because they were leaving, people didn't really. The crowd kind of shot on the match really, but I like this one though. I thought it was good, surprising. Didn't see it coming. I was entertained. That's all I asked for. That's it. See ya.